We're getting right back along with the big list. I've always enjoyed a Rare game here and there, but I didn't grow up on their games. I didn't even touch Banjo-Kazooie until I was 18, and the only real knowledge I had of the company was they supposedly went downhill when Microsoft bought them. This game was supposed to be a GameCube game, and then when Microsoft bought Rare, it became an Xbox game, and then it got pushed back again to be a launch title for the Xbox 360. All that considered, it's a really nice launch title. It's got amazing music, great graphics for when it came out, and it runs really well with tons of things on screen at once. I went in expecting a shit show. Instead, I got what felt like an N64 platforming adventure game that hit all the right childhood feels. The difficulty was kind of lacking, but I did play the normal mode, not expert, and the game does seem like it was meant to be easier for younger audiences to pick up. If you have an Xbox 360 and like games like Mario and Banjo-Kazooie, this game is dirt cheap and totally worth the short time it takes to finish. So when I say dirt cheap, I mean that I picked this game up from a GameStop for like, I think, $1 or something. And I would say honestly, this game is probably worth at least $20, like used. So if you like platformers and shit, or anything like what I described, I would totally go buy this game if I was you. It's a lot of fun. Don't let like naysayers like bullshit you and say it's garbage. It's kind of kiddie, but it's a lot of fun, and it's magical to look at. Come on, let me see. This is all I said about this one. Go watch a series of unfortunate events and be sad. You owe it to yourself. Sunny is the best babby. So Sunny is still the best babby. This show will make you sad more than likely because it is a very sad fucking show. Neil Patrick Harris like just blows it out of the fucking park as Count Olaf. And like, don't get me wrong, I liked the movie that came out like several years back, and I really like Jim Carrey as fucking Count Olaf. But Neil Patrick Harris like takes it above and beyond with the character, and it's really great. It's just really fucking great. And if you want like a weird, sad mystery story with all kinds of like twists and bullshit, go watch this. Like, or if you've seen the movie and you like the movie, like, go watch this. It'd be a good time. So, if you know anything about this game, then just the sight of this cover will make you real sick, as it does me, because I actually played the whole thing to completion. So much wasted potential. At every turn, I could see the cool ideas they wanted to show off, and at every turn, it was like they slipped and fell on their faces when they tried to execute them. After doing research and learning who the developer for this game was, it made me even sadder to say that this game just feels like a lifeless hunk of garbage. I only chose to finish it because I was already 7 hours in. What follows is a list of notes I made as I played, in the order that I made them. Some mild spoilers, I guess, but I wouldn't waste your time on this game. So I literally had a piece of computer paper that I started writing notes on because I was just getting really fed up with this game. Does not look great for a title from 2008 and has constant frame drops. Combat is simple, but kind of fun. UI is weird, cool but weird. Subtitles are on, but not showing up most of the time. Turned spoken language to German and enjoying it much better. Levels are really bland and similar. Most exciting part so far is leveling and putting points in the skill trees, which have pretty crappy choices. Glitch, where I'm taking damage from missiles and there is nothing hitting me. Only real repercussion from death is a long-ass, shitty cutscene and losing your combo meter. It just hit me. I'm playing a third-person Diablo and it's so fucking grindy. My god, is this shit convoluted. With German audio, this seems like an ambitious Space Nord game. Which, by the way, like, small, backup from the fucking thingy. The whatever. This is like future Nord, like mythology shit, like Nordic mythology, Norse mythology. That was what I was looking for. So it's like Baldur and Thor and Odin and Loki and shit like that. But it's like they've got future fucking armor and shit. Like they're all super futuristic, and it's so strange, and it seems like, oh, that'd be cool, but like it's not cool. It's not cool. Maybe someone else can do it again and it'll be cool, but this not cool. Thor freezes a lot. It both surprises and excites me that you can dye the color of your armor and weapons. This is the single best part of this game. Truly, still, the best part of this game is being able to dye your armor and your weapons. Can't stand this game. I want to stop. After realizing what company made this game, I'm disappointed in it. This game is so padded, it is disgusting. The water is really pretty. Good job. The water is really pretty. Good job, everybody. Thor's eyes look like he has injected them with piss. Attacking with the right stick is dumb. This game required you to attack with the right stick. The right stick was the attack swing. And it's a third-person action game. Space Army Hallway Boogaloo should be the game's title. Garm is really fucking cool. I want hell to sit on my face. Really? That's it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that not the right way. Really? That's it? Fuck! Finally! Honestly, I couldn't tell you what the fucking story of this game, like, is, ultimately. There's, like, some weird, stupid twist that happens, and, like, your character gets bamboozled, and that's all I really figured out. Because it's just so fucking bad. Oh, okay, good. So that's literally... Okay. So literally all I wrote for this was just mood. Melancholia. So I guess I was just not having a good day that day, but I think this movie is trash. I think this movie is absolute trash. Like, I feel like I get what he was trying to do, and it's really artsy and shit, but, like, it's just... I feel like the whole thing's presented really shittily. Like, I think there's so much cool shit that happens, like, later on, like, right at the end of the movie, like, when you finally get to the build-up where, like, the planet Melancholia is gonna crash into our planet, and, like, all this weird shit's happening with, like, gravity and, like, physics, and it's wild. But, like, everything else about the movie up until that point, that build-up, is just so slow and stupid, and I just don't enjoy it. It's like, he's just like, look at my art, it's so beautiful, and he just craps on the table, and he's like, look at it, isn't it just the most amazing thing you've ever seen? And it's literally, there's just crap on the table, and it's like, buddy, I know art's subjective. And if you love this, and some people do too, good for them. If you love this movie, if you've seen this movie and you love it, good for you. I hate it. I think it's absolute trash. That's my opinion. Let's move on. Oh, hey, bet you didn't want to cry today. Well, that's too fucking bad. Violet Evergarden is very pretty anime. This, I like it a lot. I like it. I like her. I like the fucking art style. I like that she has metal arms. Like, this fucking anime is, like, kind of traumatizing because it has to do with, like, war, and it just, like, hits home. Not hits home, because, like, I'm not affiliated with, like, anyone really military, like, super close to anyone like that, so not hits home, that's the wrong phrase. It just hits hard. Like, it made me very emotional, but I liked it a lot. Like, if you want to be sad and look at Best Girl, then go watch Violet Evergarden. Did not play this on PlayStation 2, but I played the HD collection, but I've only played the first one. So this is the art that I could grab. Honestly, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Zone of Enders because I'm not a huge fan of giant robots or anything similar. It's really strange that I love Evangelion. To be honest, I feel like this game is kind of a shit show. But it has a lot of cool boss fights. The mechanics are kind of plain, but the music is amazing, and I like the art style. I did have an issue with freezing, and I had to reboot the game in the beginning a couple times. Apparently, this is a known issue with the HD copy of the game. I feel like it set up a lot of cool things that will hopefully come to fruition in the second game. And for Christ's sake, Leo, shut the fuck up and get in the robot. So, there were little things in this that reminded me of Evangelion, but Like mostly, I did not enjoy this game. I only finished it because I was like looking at shit and it was like, oh, this game is only like 4 hours long. So I just kind of pushed through it. I don't know what this originally retailed for, but if this was like a $60 game, then they were ripping you off. Did I write anything for this? Did I write anything for this? Did I literally just post pictures and not write anything for this? Okay, so Chef's Table. They go around. Each episode is like a different chef from like all over the world. There was a season that dealt with just like pastry chefs, I believe, or like desserts in general. Um, but it's like just really awesome chefs from all over the world. Some of them are chefs that are like in remote places and aren't necessarily, it's like they might be famous, but it's not like they've got like giant restaurants like lined with hundreds of people that you have to uh, call up like months in advance to go. Like some of them are just humble places. Like one of them was like a monk. Uh, there was a guy that like he has a restaurant in South America. I can't remember which country in South America, but he's down in South America, and he would go to like the forests and pick certain shit himself, like the rainforest, like, and he would find different sauces from like the indigenous people down there. And like there's just so many incredible chefs on here, and I feel like some of them, they come off as pompous and they're absolutely nuts, but it's like they are really the fuck is the word? They're really passionate about their craft. And the food just looks like absolutely gorgeous. There are things in this that I would never fucking eat. But they look so gorgeous that I would want to. Even if I knew I wasn't going to like it, I would eat it because just the presentation is so goddamn amazing. If you like cooking, if you just want to see some like cool like cooking porn at like high fidelity and like see some cool interesting chefs from like all over the world in like an artsy fartsy type of recorded way, like go watch this. It's very good. I love this show. I really do. Holy balls. The beginning kind of sucks and speeds through, but would you let me open the thing more? I was having technical difficulties. I apologize. Holy balls, the beginning kind of sucks and speeds through things, but Joseph King of Dreams is really good. I expected it to be garbage, but it wasn't even that religious. I was going in thinking it'd be a cringe fest, but it really wasn't. Good job, DreamWorks. That's pretty good. And it is pretty. So yeah, this was like a straight to DVD / VHS, whatever movie. And it's like, it's got the same art style and typeface as like Prince of Egypt. So I feel like a lot of people like my age went in being like, oh yay, blah blah blah, it's gonna be like that, and it wasn't. And I feel like there were people that maybe expected it to be as children and then didn't like it. I think I've looked up stuff that like this actually has pretty decent reviews, like in general, for the people that actually do remember and retain it. Like, it's nothing special. Like, it's no Prince of Egypt, but, like, it stands on its own. Like, it's an alright, like, straight to fucking VHS, straight to home movie. I expected so much worse, but it's alright. Like, I'd show my children this. I'd show your children this. I'd show you this. So, for this one, I just quoted my friend Chris. And it's just, in quotations, the pressure, oh no, and Christmas. Because, you know, this is a Christmas movie, technically. It is. So I like the, you know, spoilers, but I like the bait and switch with the whole Mandarin thing. I know a lot of people got upset over that. I liked his design, and I've heard that we're going to get, like, the real Mandarin in one of the TV series that they're making right now, or another fucking movie or some shit. But, I love Ben Kingsley, and I love... Okay, so I like Gwyneth Paltrow in movies as an actor. I think she's a batshit crazy person in real life. So, like, I like seeing her and stuff. I like her in this a lot. I like that she gets to be, like, Iron Woman and is, like, badass. And, I like the casting. I feel like this movie was better than Iron Man 2 and better than Iron Man 1. I feel like the Iron Man movies, like, all together make a really nice trilogy. And it's wild to me that... I hate to say this, but I feel like the movies are good, but I feel like if Robert Downey Jr. wasn't Iron Man, then these movies wouldn't be as enjoyable. Like, it's like he doesn't... He's not the thing holding up the movie. It's not going to fall apart without him. But I feel like they just wouldn't be as popular without him. It's like they cast really well. I feel like I don't know where I'm completely going with that, but I like Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. Watch them. They're good movies. Good movies. Better movie than all three Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. And all I put, again, was I just quoted Chris, and it was just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't know why I keep just quoting him. I'm not putting posts, making myself have to talk on the spot again, which I am okay at when I have, like, something to go off of. The music in this movie is my favorite part. I love the soundtrack stuff. I have become a fan of James Gunn as a director. I love the typecasting other than Vin Diesel, because, like, Vin Diesel can, like, go fuck off. I don't give a shit. All he says is I am Groot, and I'm not the biggest fan of him as an actor. I don't hate seeing him in most things. Like, I like Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick and shit, but it's just like, ugh. He is legitimately just a big meathead. But, you know, I also don't know him personally, so I don't want to be, like, too shitty, you know? Maybe he's an alright dude and he is just a big meathead, but he's like a goofy teddy bear. I don't fucking know. Like, good for him. He makes his millions. He's crying to the bank with people like me that complain about him. Like, who gives a shit? But I enjoy this movie a lot. I love the casting. I love the music. I love the visuals. Can't even say I love the villain, because I think Ronan's just a whiny little bitch. But I love how they deal with him. And I love all the little, like, extra Easter eggs and shit in this movie. And, it's a good movie. I feel like I don't have enough bad shit coming up to, like, bitch about. I cried a lot watching The Good Place. I love the concept. I love the characters. And sweet lord, Janet is so precious. Janet is the best part of this fucking show. And I can't wait for season 3. At this point, I have watched season 3. I have not seen the final season. I am scared to, and eventually I'll watch it when they, like, throw it on Hulu or something, because I do not have live TV. God, I can't remember his name, but I love Homeboy, the older gentleman to the left that is on the screen right now. I love him a lot. I love seeing him in Cheers. I loved him in fucking Frasier. I've seen him in a couple other things, but it was just a really nice surprise when I started watching The Good Place, and I had been watching Frasier, and it was like, oh my god, it's Homeboy! And it made me happy, and he does an incredible job. They all do a great job, but Janet, just Janet, you know, Janet. Well. I went a little too far, guys. So there's a little sneak peek of the next one, because I got too excited and I just kept going. So I will see you guys next time, and look forward to Be Ready to Duel.